Welcome to Caribbean Run, where you will dive into piracy and debauchery as you command and grow your pirate fleets in this 3D top-down piracy strategy game. The player's goal is to acquire loot dropped from the enemy ships once the player has sunken them. This loot can be used by the player to purchase and upgrade ships in their pirate fleet to grow and make them stronger. The player will use a virtual joystick to navigate their fleet through each level, avoiding obstacles such as islands, whirlpools, and jagged rocks until they locate and destroy all the merchant fleets in the level. The player must keep a lookout for enemy pirate and naval fleets, as they will attack on sight, but also the enemy pirate fleets will attack the merchant fleets if the player is not quick enough, losing the player valuable loot and resources. Upgrading is the cornerstone of the game. As players progress through the game, they will need to acquire the proper resources and funds to upgrade their fleet if they wish to survive the harder levels, because once the player loses their fleet, there's a very large repair bill that follows. The player will face multiple obstacles in their quest for power, the first being the enemy pirate fleets. For in every level, the player must race against time to beat the other pirate fleets to the prize, or they must destroy them first. Next is the Royal Navy, whose purpose is to protect the merchant fleets, so the player must be careful, for once the player is spotted by the Navy, they will not stop until they have destroyed the player, or they themselves have been destroyed. Lastly is sea monsters. Every level has a small chance to spawn one. They are tough, but they tend to stay in one area. So it is up to the player as to if they want to try and take on one of these legendary beasts and reap the rewards. Attacking is one of the most detriment decisions that a player must make in this game. Not in the sense of attacking merchant fleets, because that's what the player has to do. It all comes down to whether or not the player is going to attack the naval fleets and the enemy pirate fleets, as well as the sea monsters. Do they want to risk their fleets and try and get that extra loot? Or does it go into the second decision, which is evade? Do they sit around and try and find different avenues of approach to get to the merchant fleets in order to evade the enemy pirate fleets and the enemy naval fleets? This is all decisions of survival of the fittest, live to fight another day. Now there's upgrades. Upgrades are going to be the main portion of the game. This is where players will be able to upgrade ships, such as going from a frigate to a galleon to a man of war, having huge amounts of cannons, being able to upgrade those cannons, being able to upgrade the sails, the mast, the rudder for speed, churning. This all will depict how the player's fleets will move on each level. Now here's the theme. The theme is piracy. Simply put, you're just trying to destroy other ships and loot them. There are similar games. It's Pirateers and Seven Seas Saga. They're simple pirate type games where you traverse around a map in a pirate ship and you attack other pirates. Now the biggest risk is going to be implementing multiple AI modes, and as well as the different amount of levels that we're going to have to do. But I think the possibilities can be great with the upgrade system and the level challenges as they increase. Thank you for listening.